Hey, how's it going today? I'm here at my parents' house, and I'm just today I'm changing the oil in the town car. I got the town car up in the air on the left, which I'm telling you right now, I've owned this car since 2003. Yeah, 2003. No, 2013. And I've done a lot of oil changes. And see, here we go. See if I make it all the way into the pan this time. I hate overshooting the pan. There we go. Pretty dirty. Now I always change my oil after it's been run for a little bit, so it kind of just flows out. But that's some dirty oil. Wow. The thing about these town cars is they're a bitch. The filter's right up there. Right up there. The engineer who put the filter right here on top of the rack. And I even knew it was going to be a problem. They put a drain on it. But, alright, I got a little in the weeds. So, I thought, I've been asked a couple times by some people, what have I done to make this car handle as well as it does? So while it's up draining the oil out, I thought I'd show you. So what I got first here is, this is a cop car sway bar system. It's I think it's 29 millimeter front sway bar. That did a lot. That did a lot to this car to make this car handle really good. And then also have the cop car rear sway bar right here. And then in the front, I haven't done anything other than upper control arm bushings. So you can see them right there, upper control arms. I didn't mean bushings, upper control arms. Right there. And then when I did the sway bar, the bigger cost sway bar, I did change out the linkages here. Put new that in. This is new. This is all OEM here. But it's the same part number as the cop cars. And then the big significant is I did this here. I put the Metco Motorsports sway bar or Watts linkages in here. I did that before I did the upper and lower control arms right here. And I noticed a lot, a significant difference in putting this on here. And then I put the APR stud, and I did a video all about what I did. I wish I would have had the lift at the time. It would be a cinch to put it in on a lift. And then of course I grease them right there. I've already did the grease part of the job, so I didn't even think of recording that. But next to that, I did these. Did these stiffer control, lower control arms. I got that from ADTR. And those guys are out of California. That did it a lot. I think the next project for this will be definitely a stiffer sway bar in the rear. But I do have new airbags in here. So I've pretty much, other than the factory axle, everything else is new. Arms. This thing here was a bitch to set up. This is the leveler here for ride leveling. And I left the airbags in. I left air suspension on this car, and I haven't regretted it. It still rides really good, and it's really handles really, really well. So even though it has air ride, the car with the sway bars definitely did a lot to make it ride a lot better. To handle and drive better. So I don't regret that. I think if for anyone who wants to work on these town cars, the first thing I would do is definitely sway bars if you're looking for suspension stuff and you don't have anything else that needs maintenance. And then it's a toss on the Watts linkage versus the upper and lower control arm. It's a toss on which one I would do first, but I did this one first, and you could tell. And then when I went ahead and did the control arms, it just solidified how much better. I mean, it's just so responsive, like no playing. So that's what I've done to the suspension. And when I go and add the oil, I'll show you guys what I did to the top. I was also thinking about getting a plastic cover for right here. There's this plastic piece like this right here. It goes up in there. It goes like that, or where does it go? It goes like this. And it's supposed to help air get up in there. I don't know. I took it off because it hung way down. Hung way down. And a couple times, not even like parking spots, it hung down so bad that when you would drive down certain roads, it would rub. So I went ahead and took it off and thought I'd buy a new one and put on there. But you know, this, if I could just get a piece of plastic and go from here back, and then, you know, the air could still come in through here to try to do this. But what they're trying to do is get air, they're trying to get air to come in and force its way up and into there. So I don't know if doing that will make the car overheat more, which I don't want it to run hot. It's not running hot now. So I'm kind of torn on that, but I definitely think that it would be cool to just put a big old piece of plastic right here, help the air go underneath the car. I can tell you for sure that this piece right here, taking that off, made the car get a little bit more better gas mileage even. So I have done that. So the rest of the stuff I've done to this car, I'll point it out from the top. So let me finish the oil change. Okay, so here's the top side of the car. I've done a lot of videos on what I've done up here, but this is what we got. I have a, we'll pull this off. So I got an intake plenum that I did. It's ported and polished intake plenum by ADTR. This is a cop car air intake off of a P71. See how it's removed the baffles off of it, and then I wrapped it with header pipes to help keep it cool, because the intake manifold's right down there. And I was watching the intake temperatures, and you can compare them. When it just sits, this pipe was getting hot, so I wrapped it to help keep it cool. Also, I have MSD coil packs with, I still run the Motorcraft spark plugs. I have a Mitsubishi cop car alternator with clutch built in. It has a MP and Stewart water pump. It has an underdrive, a lightweight pulley down there, right down there. What else have I done? Yeah, that's pretty much it. The coil packs, the air intake tube, the throttle body, all that stuff. And it cruises right along. So all this stuff that I found on this, except for the intake tube, well, no, that intake tube you can buy all here. That's where I did a lot of my research from. It's ADTR.net. And what else? What else would I talk? Oh, I put in the thermostat. I had I put in a cooler thermostat, and it ended up getting stuck open after only a couple months of driving. Now I put probably 10,000 miles on that. Yeah, maybe 6. I don't know, what was it? probably 9-10 months. I put about 10,000 miles on the car and it stuck open. So now I have a Motorcraft thermostat back in there. So that's pretty much the car tour and everything I've done. I think next I want to put on the, I think the next thing I'm going to do is the sway bar in the rear. Get a little bit stiffer rear sway bar. And I think some of the next projects is I'm going to have to pull these covers off here. And I'm going to have to change out the timing chain tensioner. And then while I'm in there doing that, I'm probably going to change out the pan gaskets. I think they're going to start leaking here, and I want to get that in the butt before it gets bad. So on the distant horizon, we're talking timing gears, not timing gears, timing chain, cover gasket, and all that stuff. And then the MMR has a crank position thing. Yeah, I got a lot of plans for what I want to do when I get in there. But definitely runs like a raped ape. It's just one hell of a car, and I hate to get rid of it. That's why I pretty much have kept it. So, but that's the Lincoln Town Car Tour, my car tour, underhood and all that stuff. And the rest of it, inside the car, I just got a aftermarket radio in there, and the rest of it's just all stock inside. So no need to show the inside of the town car, it's just a stock interior. But thanks for watching the video, and that's the car tour, and I appreciate it. And I'll be putting out some more videos here. Thank you for watching. Bye.